Inconsistent.
So we're reading this thing. Today I signed the
Wait, we
pardon.
gotta put it behind us so people can read it.
Sorry. Today I signed the pardon for my son Hunter. From the day I took office, I said I would not interfere with the Justice Department's decision making, and I kept my word, even as I have watched my son being selectively, unfairly prosecuted, without
Aggravating.
factors like use in a crime, multiple purchases, or buying a weapon as a straw purchaser. People are almost never brought to trial on felony charges solely for how they filled out a gun form. Those who were late paying their taxes because of serious addictions but paid them back subsequently with interest and penalties are typically given a non-criminal resolution. It's clear that Hunter was treated differently. The charges in this case came about only after several of my political opponents in Congress instigated them to attack me and oppose my election. Then I carefully negotiated plea deals agreed to by the Department of Justice, unraveled in the courtroom, with a number of my political opponents in Congress taking credit for my bringing political pressure on the process. Had the plea deal held, it would have been a fair, reasonable resolution of Hunter's case. No reasonable person who looks at the facts of Hunter's case can reach any other conclusion that Hunter was singled out, not only because he's my son, and that is wrong. Oh, wait, he was singled out only because he was my son, and that's wrong. There has been an effort to break Hunter, who has been 5.5 years sober, even in the face of unrelenting attacks and selective prosecution. In trying to break Hunter, they tried to break me, and there's no reason to believe it would have stopped there. Enough is enough. For my entire career, I have followed the simple principle: just tell the American people the truth. I'll be fair-minded. Here's the truth. I believe in the justice system, but as I have wrestled with this, I also believe raw politics has infected this process and led to its miscarriage of justice. And once I made the decision this weekend, there was no sense of delaying it further. I hope America will understand why a father and a president will come to this decision.
That's a letter to be like, hey, this is for the people of the United States.
This is my reason.
To all whom these presents shall come, greetings. Be known that this day, I, Joseph R. Biden Jr., President of the United States, pursuant to my power under Article 2 of Section 2, Clause 1 of the Constitution, have granted unto Robert Hunter Biden a full and unconditional pardon for those offenses against the United States which he has committed or may have committed or taken part in during the period of January 1st. Wow, it's crazy. 2014 through December 1st, 2024, including but not limited to all offenses charged or prosecuted, including any that have been resolved in convictions by Special Counsel David C. Weiss in docket number 1. I'm not going to read all that. In the United States District Court of the District of Delaware and docket number in the United States District Court for the Central District of California. In testimony whereof I have, oh God, what is this? Hereunto to sign my name and cause the pardon to be recorded with the Department of Justice. This is a word?
Yes.
All right. Done at the city of Washington this first day of December in the year of our Lord 2024 in the independence of the United States, the 249th. First Lady. Okay, that's news. This is directly from the White House.gov. Okay. All right. There's a lot there. He read, he was like, it's funny because while you're reading the first part, all I'm thinking about is like, this is what Trump's been saying about himself. The only reason why they're coming after him because of who he is. That what Trump was charged with, those 34 felony counts, no reasonable person would have charged me with anything.
Yeah.
And he's been saying that. He's like, they're only pursuing me because they don't want me to run for president. Which is literally what Joe Biden said, that they're pursuing his son because they're trying to mess with my presidential thing. And Trump's been saying the same exact thing. And this is what Charlemagne was saying before. He's like, you got to call out what you're doing wrong too, not just what they're doing wrong.
What's interesting about that, we had discussed this in the last segment, was just like Trump could or maybe would have or had the opportunity to pardon Hunter, had Biden not pardoned his son, Trump could have done that. This also gives Biden the opportunity to pardon Trump.
That'd be so good.
Look at you, I love look at your face.
I would love on January 19th,
the day before,
Biden makes it, writes
the decree,
puts it out, and then as Trump is walking in on the 20th to the White House and they shake hands, he gives it to him as a gift. Here you go. There goes your pardon.
and it goes live on the website.
Oh! And then all the film, they kind of watch him walk into the White House.
It would be, because right now Biden is getting shitted on.
Yeah.
I mean, he was shitted on for Kamala. He's getting blamed for everything.
Yeah. I mean, the Democrats are looking for a scapegoat.
Everything he did bad before would disappear with that move right there.
They're looking for a scapegoat, yeah.
Right, but he would eliminate all of that. He'll be looked at, this is what true pardon.
The Republicans will be like, wow, Biden wasn't that bad, actually. He was a nice guy.
Who?
The Republicans will look at Biden. They're like,
oh, no, you're wrong.
Wasn't that bad of a guy.
No, they'll be like, he's just doing this because he wanted the...
But, when I saw Biden put the hat on, it made me feel different about him.
Yeah, me too.
I was like, he's a nice guy.
I like this guy.
He's just joking around here.
Why didn't we said this?
We saw this with Trump. Why don't we see this with Biden? Why are they hiding that?
We can't.
The Democrats,
that's not presidential.
Yeah,
that's not part of the narrative.
Yeah. And then, and I know you got a lot to say about the January 1st, 2014. So.
I mean, only what I heard, because I don't, you know what I mean? I don't learn. Listen, everything that I ever say here, I learned it. This is not my own.
I learned it from his GED book.
Exactly. Get your GED book. Apparently, it ties his father. So he wasn't really pardoning his son. He was pardoning himself.
I mean, I'm sure he was pardoning his son, but he wanted to.
I'm sure
he wanted to write it.
His son.
He wanted to write. He's like, I'm going to do this anyway. I want to write it in a way where it affects. 10 years is a long time to have any crime. Crime.
Look, I use my son. Let's say you're my son. Look how cute he is. He's a cute son, right, guys?
January 1st, 2014 to 20. That's 10 years is all. Any crime.
But what happened in 2014? Why that year?
Because that's when they first caught him with the laptop.
And what was the allegations of the laptop?
There's a lot of allegations with
that he was making deals.
Yeah, but that's before Ukraine was before Ukraine was in the war. He was doing he was making deals under the table with the Ukrainian government to get deals with his dad, and those deals are coming through. I don't know if you guys watch.
So the narrative is that President Biden, used his son as a pawn to make those moves.
Yeah. And
by pardoning him,
well, that's why Trump was saying the Biden crime family, because of that. Yeah.
But it directly ties him. Like his son, it's suggesting that his son was a pawn, and the puppet master will be discovered that it's him. So by pardoning him back then, and anything that relates to it, right? What does it say? Including but not limited to all charges, including any that have resulted in convictions so it's like he's clearing himself. By clearing his son, he's clearing himself. And that's his true motive.
I don't know if that's. I think his true motive, he wants to take care of his son, but I think he's using it.
Listen,
to make sure everything's covered. It's almost like you never let a war go to waste. If there's gonna be a war anyway, we might as well make money out of it. And I think he's just doing that.
And the other thing,
if I'm gonna pardon somebody, I might as well throw a little. Every crime,
absolutely,
and everybody.
And the other narrative is that the only reason why Kamala, again, this is what I heard.
But wait, hold on. Let me say
this is rumors in the street.
It doesn't say everybody involved. It just says his son.
But it removes him from anything.
I don't know if that's true. You can still be a witness.
To what?
To a crime.
You committed the crime.
Yeah.
Right? You committed the crime.
Yeah.
You're pardoned from anything associated with that crime.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If it comes out later on that your dad was the person.
My dad could go to jail. He wasn't pardoned.
My dad was the one who actually did it.
Yeah. So he could go to jail. Yeah, that's
How can you prosecute the dad if you can't touch the son who did the moves?
They always cut deals in court like that.
I know, but
you guys both commit a crime. If you go against your boy, we'll make sure.
But you can't go after the dad because you need the son. You can't go after Biden.
No, why not? If he committed a crime, yeah,
you can't. How? If he
committed a crime.
Oh my God, this guy's retarded.
You're the one that's retarded.
Listen to me again.
You're telling me that if you commit a crime.
I commit a crime. I didn't do it though. And I had my son do it.
And the cops go, "You're not going to go to jail."
Shut up for a second and listen. You're my son. I committed the crime. I told you to do all of this.
Yeah.
But you did it.
Okay.
They can't come after me because they need you.
Okay. That's not necessarily true. If you tell somebody to kill somebody and they kill him, you go to jail.
You have to prove it though.
That we through court.
How do you do that?
You go to have a court case. If your son testifies.
But in this scenario, I told you to kill someone.
Yeah.
There's no recording. There's
testimony.
There's no. From who?
From the son, the one that shot him.
From the son, you in this case.
Me. I'm the one that shot the guy. Yeah, I have to go to court.
I can't take you to court.
Why can't you take me to court?
Because you can't be charged.
But you're not charging me. I'm a witness. That's totally different. I'm not guilty of anything.
You think his son is going to show up?
He has to. That's the way subpoenas work. It's by law. And it's under oath, so you have to tell the truth.
He doesn't have to answer it. He's called the fifth.
He can say I plead the fifth, but he's never going to go to jail. He's pardoned. There is no Fifth Amendment. That's out the window.
So it's pointless.
No, what do you mean it's pointless? He has no Fifth Amendment. It's done. He doesn't need it. There is no Fifth Amendment.
What I'm saying, what's pointless is going after his father.
No, it's not. How is that pointless?
Because all the evidence lies with his son.
And his son can still talk and say it.
No, he doesn't have to.
Why not?
Plead the fifth.
What's plead the fifth? I don't think you understand what that is.
I plead the fifth.
Because what does the fifth mean? Why does that mean?
Because I have the right to remain silent.
That's not what the fifth is.
What is it?
The fifth is that I'm not allowed to incriminate myself. Now, if I'm pardoned, you can never incriminate. I can never incriminate myself.
Oh my God.
I'm going free, baby. I could say I killed 1,000 people. You can't do nothing about it.
Again, even if he was not pardoned, he could still plead the fifth.
Yeah, he could only plead the fifth if he's not pardoned. He doesn't. The fifth isn't effective for him because he's already got the pardon.
Either way, what you're saying is that you're just saying he has an extra layer of protection. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, the pardon is freedom for him. He could, any crime that he committed, he could talk about it. He could write a book about it.
The fact that he has a pardon,
no, but it doesn't,
is another layer of protection.
You want to look up the Fifth Amendment so we can be accurate here?
It's another layer of protection.
He doesn't need another layer. He's pardoned by the president of the United States.
I get that, but there's no way you're gonna touch Biden now.
Why not?
Because the evidence lies in his son.
Explain that to me.
His son was the puppet. He was the puppet, and Biden was the strings.
All right, here we go. Protection from self-incrimination. Fifth Amendment guarantees that the people cannot be deprived of due process. Double jeopardy, so you can't be charged for the crime. Grand jury trial. The Fifth Amendment guarantees access to a grand jury trial, which is unnecessary because he's pardoned. Just compensation. The Fifth Amendment requires the government to provide just compensation when it takes private property, blah, blah, blah. Equal protection. The Fifth Amendment guarantees equal protection under the law. Okay? So what does this mean that you can't talk? And where in this do you read?
Not can't talk. He doesn't have to.
Why? But if you're subpoenaed by court, you have to go.
No one is saying you don't have to go, Papa.
You just said it. It just came out of your mouth.
I never said have to go. He never has to. He doesn't have to speak. He doesn't have to answer. Listen,
he has to.
No, you don't.
That's what a subpoena is.
Oh my God. Let me try again. I subpoena you. You have to show up to court.
You have to show up to court.
Okay, we're done. You sit there.
Yeah.
You don't have to answer the questions. You can say I plead the fifth.
The fifth only is if you self-incriminate. That's it.
If you're self-incriminating.
That's why they say you have a right to remain silent.
Yeah.
Because you're not allowed to self-incriminate yourself. You don't have to self-incriminate yourself.
You don't have to.
Yeah. But he can never self-incriminate. For these 10 years, there's nothing he can say that will make him go to jail.
And it's also pointless to bring him in.
But why?
It's pointless.
You're not charging him. That's pointless. Trying to charge him is pointless.
No, I'm not saying charging him. Going after his father. Why? Because his son is the one who did it.
So then how is it that two people could commit a murder and the police could go, hey, if you go talk against him, we'll set you free? How is that possible?
Let's stick to this case.
No, but I'm trying to follow your logic.
I'm trying to explain to you the logic. Okay. And you're throwing a different scenario, confusing it. It's simple. He shot the gun.
Yeah.
We want to go after the father because the father had something to do with it. How do you do that if the
you tell the son, hey, even without the pardon, you cut a deal with them. We won't charge you for the crime if you talk against your boy.
You can't because he's pardoned.
They do it all the time in court.
He's pardoned.
That's what I'm saying. So he can never self-incriminate.
He's pardoned.
Yeah, he's pardoned. He can never self-incriminate, right? Do we agree with that?
Who does that protect?
Himself.
And
that's
his
it.
dad.
No, how is he going to plead the fifth?
Because the evidence is his son.
Okay, you can still use the evidence against the dad.
Not if you're pardoned.
The pardon is for the son, not the father.
Exactly.
You're saying that the father is going to be covered under the pardon. What I'm saying is the father's name is not in this pardon.
Going after Biden in relations to those deals that were made requires his son.
Yes.
And with this pardon,
the son can't go to jail, right? We agree with that.
Son can't go to jail.
Or can anybody else that committed the crime go to jail? Just answer that question. Can anybody else within that crime range?
You need evidence.
Where can we get that evidence? Let's think. Where can we get that evidence? We need what?
Someone who's
the laptop. Can the laptop be evidence?
Someone who's pardoned.
Can the laptop be evidence?
Someone who's pardoned.
He could be evidence too.
Him?
Yeah.
Sure.
He could be a witness.
He's not gonna be.
But why can't he be?
He's not gonna be.
Why not?
The justice the justice is not gonna go after him.
They can't go after him. But he could be a witness.
He could. You think he will be?
I think by law you have. If you're subpoenaed and there's no Fifth Amendment right for you, then you have to talk. By law, you have to talk.
Yeah. And say what?
You have to tell the truth. That's why you pray in the Bible. And Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
And you think he's gonna tell the truth?
That's a different story. Then does he have to? Because if he lies, let's say he goes to court and he lies. Can he go to jail for that?
Can he lie?
Yeah, he can lie. Anybody can lie.
And does he go to jail?
Yes.
With the pardon?
No, the pardon doesn't apply to that because he's committing the crime after December 1st, 2024.
That relates to this situation.
It doesn't matter. The crime was committed after.
Do you think that they'll go after Biden?
No.
Why?
Because there's no point. It'll be the Department of Justice trying to go after him. They're not going to do it. There's no way they'll do it.
You think that Trump is going to? You think that Trump is going to do it?
I don't think Trump will pursue that. I think Trump doesn't care enough. As far as Trump is concerned, Biden's done. He's done. I don't need to talk about him. Maybe Kamala in the next 4 years, I got to talk about her, but Biden's done. I have nothing to think about him. I'm done. Biden is nothing to Trump right now.
But what do you think? Do you think that Trump will go after? Well, he's kind of said it, right? That he wants to launch an investigation for the election.
Yeah, he should. He 100% should. You can't talk crap that they cheated the election and I have proof. You got to have that proof. Now, does that proof still exist? That's the real question. The only thing you're going to have is white witnesses. That's the only thing you can have. Do you have somebody that was involved that's willing to talk?
Do you think that Trump will pardon Giuliani?
He should. Yeah. I mean, would Giuliani still back in Trump?
Of course. I think so. I don't know.
So I think Trump should. Why not? But if he's pardoned, does Giuliani still has to pay restitution? Because that's guilty is different than paying restitution. Guilty means you don't go to jail. It doesn't mean you didn't do anything wrong and that you owe people.
That you know of.
That I know of, yeah.
So it would be pointless. It'll be just for name. Based on our...
even if it was for name, I think I'll still do it. Just to be like, hey, I tried what I could, buddy. Sorry. Let me get that little on the side of your head is dripping.
It's dripping. You're leaking.
Yeah, you're leaking a little bit. I got you, though. I tried, bro. The president, I tried. I did what I can. And then Giuliani's going to be like, can you give me a couple cents?
So this is another scenario for Trump that could have gone after Hillary, but in the interest of the country, he didn't.
Yeah.
He could go after Biden.
And I don't think he will.
In the interest of the...
Because, again, with the Hillary, that's another example. He would have did it. And he thought, no, I'm not going to do it. I wonder if he felt like that about Hillary. He was like, she's done. She's not. There's no coming back from what just happened during this election. She's done. And I think he views Biden like that. There's no coming back. He has nothing. He's done. He's going to retire into the sunset. Biden's not going to be on TV. He's not going to talk. That's over.
So he got away with it. Whatever it is.
Who?
Biden.
Trump? We got away. Yeah.
Hillary got away with it.
Yeah, got away with it. Yeah. And I don't think Trump cares enough to be like, I'm going to pursue that. He's like, I'm running the country, baby.
Hold on. Is it that he doesn't care or that he thinks that he's going to be looked at as a bully?
I just think for him it's insignificant.
That's what you think.
It's below him.
You don't think it's like, it's going to make me look bad.
Because he doesn't care if he looks bad.
He doesn't care if he looks bad.
I think he just feels like it's below him. He's like, these are pawns. Yeah. He's like, why do I care about them? I got so much to do. They mean nothing to me. Hillary's unimportant. Biden's unimportant. He destroyed. These dead. They're dead.
What's the importance of looking into the election?
Because that's him. He has to prove his point.
Because that's him. So it has nothing to do with.
Now my.
It has nothing to do with cheating.
No.
It has nothing to do with people doing things wrong.
No.
It's about.
It happened to him.
It's about. I was right about this.
Yeah.
Let me prove it to you.
Let me prove it to you. Now my thought maybe is, what if Trump knows I tried to investigate this with my people on the low and they couldn't find anything? Then he won't pursue it. Because he's like, I don't want you to find nothing. I'd rather it be we don't know rather than nothing.
If what?
Of pursuing the election fraud.
Well, why would he do that? If he knew?
Because he doesn't want to know. N-O. He doesn't want it to be no. You know what I mean? Like, was there election fraud? He doesn't want the answer to come back and say no. You know what I'm saying? I want a yes. That's all I want. To prove that I was right these past 4 years talking crap. I don't want you to come back and say, sorry, there was no...
Are you suggesting that he's sending people out to get the yes?
Yes.
No matter if...
I think he did that already.
You...
I think in 2020, he got his own people to investigate. And if they've come back to this point where we don't really have any proof, I think he's just going to let it go. But if anybody came to this point now and be like, look, there might be something, he might pursue it as the president this time. With the
You're
powers.
saying that he'll send us to investigate. We come back and nope, there was no interference.
So we can not that no, we can't. They're not going to talk to him like that. You know what I mean? They're going to be like, hey, we tried to find anything up to this point. We couldn't really find anything that's solid that we can prove in court. Like, they're going to try to, say it in a nice way. You know what I mean? But I think that, but when Joe Rogan, I don't know if you listen to the podcast, Joe Rogan kind of pressed him on this issue. He was like, but what are the proof you have? What proof?
Yeah.
And Trump had nothing.
Yeah, he did.
So that made me feel like he doesn't have anything. So he probably won't pursue it because he knows there's nothing. So instead of them coming out and saying, sorry, there was no interference, he'd rather it be ambiguous. We don't know. We'll never find out, I guess. Because that still makes him feel like a victory. Like, they did it to me, right, guys? We know. Wink, wink, and a nod. You know what I mean? Rather than them say, sorry, there was no interference, and now the Democrats are going to be like, now we have a victory. Thanks, Trump. We told you there was no interference. You know what I mean? I'd rather keep it ambiguous than it come back that nothing was real. So
he'll launch this investigation.
If he knows there's going to be something. Because remember I just sent the group chat about the mules.
So he's going to say, go find out.
No. I don't think he would use the government to search.
He'll use his
then there's private. Because if you use the government, then there's records. He doesn't want records if it's going to come back as a no. He wants records if it's going to come back as a yes.
Yeah, get me the definite, and then I'll send.
So he'll tell his people, get me that yes,
and then I'll send
I'll send the government, and we're going to give them that so they can find it faster, and we're going to get this process going. But if you come back to me, it's like we can't find anything. He's like,
okay, they find out that there was. Then
there's going to be a freaking huge investigation. They're going to make sure people go
to jail.
100%. He's going to knock people out. Yep. Because now you should have even the Democrats supporting you. We can't have election fraud. I don't care if the Democrat, Republican, no election fraud. You know what I mean? He'll be the good guy on that.
All right, so what do you guys think? Do you think that this was just for his son, Biden? Was Biden...
Wait, hold on. Wait, before we go there.
What?
Would you do it?
What?
Let's say it was you. Let's say you were Biden.
That is the dumbest question. That is by far the stupidest thing you've said so far.
Why?
Of course. You? What about you?
Of course.
Why even ask the question?
But that's what I'm saying. Why we can't be mad at Biden?
I'm not mad at him.
No, but obviously I don't care. Right? But there's people out there like Charlamagne the God.
Ay, qué linda.
So there's some people out there that are like, that's not good. You shouldn't do that. As a father, you 100% you should do that. You think I'm going to leave the presidency and leave my son in jail? No way. Especially because he lost 2 kids already. They're dead.
Bro, forget about that. Bro, I mean, that's an icing on the cake.
Yeah, that's the icing. That's what I'm saying. Like,
but
there's no way you leave your son in jail.
Think about the...
If I was Trump...
This is why this is a stupid question. And I don't care who you are that's trying to defend this. or not, it doesn't matter, because when you're presented with this narrative, you have a child, and if you don't have a child, you're not even in this conversation. Shut the
sit down, please.
Shut up, please.
Because they're gonna say, "No, you wouldn't do that. That's crazy."
Shut up. You don't even know. You don't even know.
Especially if you're a man. Especially if you're a man.
I don't know about all that. This guy's a fucking sexist.
Men want to leave legacies.
This is why you have to center my camera, because I look at him on the side. You retard. Forget it now.
We don't use that word.
So I use it for you to describe you. That's what I use it for.
You know what's pulling?
But here's the narrative.
Wire.
No, you just didn't set up right. You did yours perfectly and not mine, because he's selfish. He's a Trump supporter hiding as a libertarian. No, the narrative is this: you're given this power to forgive anyone in the United States,
and you're not gonna use it.
You got hold on. You got 4 weeks left. It's 6 weeks left. Whatever.
Less, because you got to celebrate Christmas and stuff. You need time off.
Whatever. You got 2 months. Whatever it is. You got 4 weeks. Let's just make it dramatic. 4 weeks.
Whoa, it's almost there.
You got 4 weeks left, and your son is being charged with these crimes that he's gonna be sentenced.
Even
soon.
Convicted of 1 or 2 of them.
Yeah, the gun, the tax thing.
Dog.
You're telling me
my son is.
The clock is ticking. 3 weeks.
I might do it as soon as they charge him. I might be like, what? They charge him with what? Let me get that pen.
Off with their heads.
Excuse me. Sorry, we're not having
with
this.
A stroke and a pen. Let me show you.
I might, if my son didn't commit no crimes and I'm about to leave, I might write a pardon with the future date on it. Like, hold on to this. Hold on to this. All right, go crazy.
A future date in the mailbox. You know how you dated with the mailbox and they drop it with
you know what be the craziest thing is if you have people do something for you, something crazy, and then you be like, you pass them the pardon. All right, thanks, bro.
Oh my God.
There's nothing against it, right? There's no law against it.
So what you're saying is that you're president, I'm your boy, I am his boy, and you're like, yo, do this, and just so you know, I got you.
Yeah, but don't say that I told you to do it. I'm not writing a pardon for myself here. All right, just you did it on your own volition. You felt like you're killing this guy or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Get rid of Trump so we don't have to deal with him anymore, and I got you.
Will Trump pardon himself?
Hell yeah.
On which day? Thanksgiving.
First day.
No, he's not.
No?
Nah.
First day.
Not first day.
They're not charging him. All that's over, right? What are they charging him with now?
He's convicted of 34 felonies.
I know, but that's already done. I mean, I guess we could do what he did. Get rid of all the crimes that
associated with it.
But if I was him, I'd keep those felonies.
And that case,
I'll get a tattoo on my neck with a teardrop. Yo, I'm going all the way. I'm a felon.
With the 34, they prolonged the sentencing till after the election. Yeah. After the election, after the
presidency? Yeah, so you have to.
So he's gonna do it day one.
I would do it day one.
Or last day.
Nah, well, day one. Day one. End this now. Go do something else with your time. Day one.
So you think he'll do it day one?
Yeah. That would.
He does a magic wand, bing, on himself.
I would be like, yo, get the cameras in here. We're gonna do this live.
It might be a good idea to do it at day one because then people will forget about it a little bit, maybe.
Maybe.
But he doesn't care. He's out.
Yeah, it doesn't give a. But it's just fun for him.
You think he's
gonna do it? He's gonna be like, yo, send this to the View. Send this letter to the View. Send him a copy. I want them to read it over there.
Let Whippy read it.
Yeah.
Let Whippy read it.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. Everybody's getting a pardon. I'm just writing pardons out for fun.
Jeez.
Everybody's getting one.
Would you pardon Diddy?
No. Diddy gotta go. He's a menace to society.
Why is he the bad guy?
Menace to society.
It's a menace to All right, I mean, listen, so I forgot what I was going to say about this.
Wait, hold on. Let me say too that that's a rough thing because there's allegations that he did things with minors.
Who?
The son.
Hunter.
There's even like proof. One of the girls that were there was the niece of somebody that he knew, and they identified her 100%. That's her, and she's not of age.
Damn.
That feels like, oh, that's a hard crime.
So you're saying that he was only protecting his son in this? He wasn't protecting himself.
I don't think he can. I think he has to write his own name. There's nothing here about other people that committed crimes. It's literally just his son. There's no associates. There's none of that's there.
It's just his son.
It's just his son.
And because his son was the one who committed the crime,
He's not
Just don't tell him that I sent you.
Yeah, but if you do that, then you might get in trouble.
But he's not going to tell him that he sent him.
Yeah, I know, but there's laws still.
It doesn't matter. He's not going to tell him. Just because you put your hand on the Bible doesn't mean shit.
No, but technically, in
your little freaking mind.
No, there's a word for that. There's a crime, perjury. There you go.
You got to prove it.
Yeah, no, still, but there's still a possibility. And that's a different crime that committed after the date. You could go to jail.
He's not going to happen. In my opinion, he was protecting himself too.
I don't think so. I don't think 100%.
He has.
If his son lies in
you
court,
just fucking gave a scenario where you're the president, I'm your boy, and you're gonna pardon me on some shit.
Yeah, and if you roll back the tape, I said, but don't tell nobody.
Said exactly.
Yeah, because I could still go to jail. I'm not pardoning myself.
Exactly. So his son is not gonna say anything because we had a deal.
Yeah, but that's what if you don't say anything. That's what it comes down to.
What? His son, they have a deal, so his son is not going to say anything.
We don't know. We don't know what the evidence is.
His son is not going to say.
We don't know who the big guy is in the letters. Remember the big guy?
He's not going to say who the big guy is. The big guy was Ronald McDonald.
Yeah, but he has to say somebody. Who's the big guy?
The big guy was Ronald McDonald.
You go to jail for perjury for that. He could go to jail for perjury for lying in court tomorrow. Today. Yesterday. On the 2nd of December, he go to jail. For committing crimes.
The big guy was some guy named Hachi Balahala.
I mean, he could say that.
Bing, bop, bop, bop.
Like, it was some guy, he died. I don't know who he is. All I knew was the big guy.
It was the big guy.
But, if they really wanted to pursue him and they find out for sure, like, if they find out he lied,
it's a dead end.
I mean, but they do it all the time to people. Right? They did it with the mob. Remember? They got them all. But they found out. Somebody finally eventually snitched.
Biden protecting himself.
The third guy down the line snitched. Finally, we got somebody.
We got somebody.
Yeah,
no, he's the only guy.
The guy that works in the fuel company that heard everything going on in the office while he was pumping gas or whatever. He's like, yeah, I know who the big guy is. I seen him talking on the phone.
We'll never find out who brought the cocaine to the White House.
Oh, we know. He's pardoned. It doesn't matter anymore.
He's not pardoned for that.
Yeah, it is. It happened within the dates. He's pardoned. He should say I did it. I would.
Oh, he's gonna say it.
I'm gonna be like, yeah, I dropped my coke in the White House. I would go on Joe Rogan's podcast tomorrow. Yo, I would go on Joe Rogan's podcast and just say everything I did, because it doesn't matter.
Who did that?
It was his son. Who else is gonna be?
No. But somebody did the same thing when they started talking. Wasn't it O.J. Simpson?
No, O.J. Simpson wrote a book. If I did it, this is how I would have did it. Do you know Joe Rogan could? I mean, O.J. Simpson, if he did it, he could say straight up, I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could say it, yeah. But the theory is that his son actually did it.
Oh, really? I didn't hear that.
That's the theory, that his son actually did it. That's why the glove didn't fit, because it belonged to his son. And he was protecting his son the whole time. The reason why he was driving crazy, because he's like, oh, my son's going to die, my only son. He was freaking out.
Biden, pardon Trump. You would look like the man if you pardon Trump.
And tell us if there's UFOs. Come on, man.
No, he's not doing that.
I don't think Trump knows either.
You don't think Trump knows about? No, we're not talking about this.
You heard him on Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan asked him.
And what he said?
He was like, I don't know. There's a possibility that there's Mars had an atmosphere like. And Joe Rogan's like, that's not what. That's not
the question. If I remember, you're deflecting.
So either you're deflecting. You're doing a great job because you sound like an idiot saying that. You're doing a great job, or you really don't know.
You almost had me as a Republican. Jose was right.
I wonder if Trump even cares
about aliens.
Yeah, I wonder if he's like, whatever. I don't give a crap. It's all fake. I remember if he already made a conclusion in his mind.
In his mind that it's
he's
fake.
Like, it's bullcrap. I don't even want to talk about it. Don't. It's nothing. They saw lights. It could be anything. Whatever.
You think there'll be another assassination attempt?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
You better come over right away.
I'm live. Imagine it happens while we're out there.
Oh my God.
Tune in January 20th on TikTok Live.
We are going to celebrate Martin Luther King's birthday and watch the 47th?
47th president, if Joe Biden holds on.
You think Joe Biden will hold on?
I'm saying, if he gives it to Kamala, he's like, yo, have this.
Oh.
Have a week.
The only reason, another thing where I said that, right, that he pardoned his son because the deal was I'll support Kamala as a candidate for the elect, for the run, for the ticket if she promises to pardon my son.
Why would he do that? That's a dumb deal. He could do it himself.
Because he had no choice.
To what? To pardon his son?
because he was being pressured to
not pardon?
drop out of the race.
So, okay, well, we're talking rumors here.
Rumors.
What I heard is that he knew from the get that he was going to pardon his son from the get. But the Democrat Party was like, we cannot do that yet. We have an election to run. You don't want to look like this.
No.
So they kind of held him back. Don't do it yet.
Okay. And then when he fell asleep in the debate.
Yeah.
When he fell asleep in the debate, Nancy Pelosi went up to him and was like, you better drop out. He was like, there's no way I'm dropping out. I was just tired. And they were like, you got to drop out. And they like pressured him.
Yeah, no, for sure. They did it. They definitely pressured him to drop out.
And he was like,
But
the only way I'll drop out if you promise me that you promise me that you'll pardon my son, because I can't do it now.
Yeah, but that's a bad deal. He could do it. If he's dropping out, he could pardon him. There's no pressure for him.
There is, I mean.
You could be as mad as you want. I'm not running for president.
Yeah, but it's like shitting on the party.
He doesn't care. He's his son.
If he doesn't care, I don't know.
I don't think that's what I'm saying. It's possible that think about it. Me and you again. Your son's charged with a crime. You're not going to pardon him right away. I'm going to let my son go to jail. I'm pardoning him right away.
So why wait?
So they gave him pressure, like, yo, you're going to run for president. You can't do this yet. You need one more term. And I think when he dropped out, he's like, fuck it, I'm doing it now. I was going to do it anyway at the end before I left, but I'm going to do it now. Fuck it.
What a crazy.
And I heard that that they were pressuring him to drop out, and he gave him by nominating Kamala, because they didn't want Kamala. They wanted to pick somebody else. And he came out and
maybe
said,
Kamala was like, pick me. And he was like,
yeah. He's like, I got you. You've been rolling me for the last 4 years. You're the only one that's backing me up. All these other people.
Because it looks better if she pardons her son. For him.
Yeah, for sure. But
that's why.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. But what I'm saying is that when he announced that he was supporting Kamala, allegedly, Nancy Pelosi was shocked. She's like, I didn't know. We didn't talk about this. That's why I put that clip on TikTok about her on the news. She was like, we didn't know that he was going to freaking nominate her. That wasn't the plan. You got to listen to it. The podcast is crazy. She's legit giving you the inside baseball of what's going on.
That wasn't the plan.
Yeah, we all talked about this. And that wasn't.
So who was the plan?
Him. He wasn't supposed to drop out.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
And they were supposed to have an open primary.
You believe that?
What? No, he wasn't. I believe he wasn't supposed to drop out. They were trying to push him in. But then after the debate, they were like,
well, that's what I'm saying.
Switch this up. But they wanted to have an open primary. And I think him and Kamala, everybody's pressuring to drop out. I don't think Kamala was.
That's where the narrative,
that's where
the rumor
that's where
is.
the bumps, yeah.
The rumor is that it was like, oh, listen, I'll put you in, but make sure you pardon my son if you win. And she didn't win, so he was like, Thanksgiving.
Maybe. But again, I feel like
it's a rumor.
But I could feel like, but even like he could still pardon him regardless of who's winning,
but it makes him
won.
look like shit.
Yeah, but why does he give a shit?
Now he has no point. Yeah. Now he has no choice.
We're not gonna leave up to Trump.
Fuck that shit. I'm not that asleep.
Yeah. All right.
We out.
Peace.
Perception is.
You want to do the last one with that?